Welcome back, Halo followers. Today we got some interesting Halo news. We're really going to be digging deep into this post today. A 343 employee has played Halo Infinite, and these are their thoughts and give us actually some insight as to how the game is going to function on an open world level as far as options and strategicness goes. So you definitely want to stay tuned for all of it, because we're going to be breaking down this little section by Joseph Staten here. But guys, before we jump into it, be sure to smash this video's like button blue and subscribe. Join me on the journey of following Halo for over 9 years. Going on to 10. This video is sponsored by Audible. Start your trial with Halo Shadows of Reach, the full audiobook for 30 days. Link down in the description. Alright, so back in August 2020, Joseph Staten, which is basically Ex-Bungie, he worked on the original Halo games and had a massive role like writing stories and writing, pretty much doing the cinematics for the original Halo games. He is a grandfather of Halo, and he got hired working at 343 Industries, which is a pretty massive thing because he hasn't worked on Halo since Bungie has. And he says this: "I'm fortunate to have worked with the incredibly talented teams my whole career. The Infinite team is no exception. Folks here don't just understand Halo, they love the core gameplay and characters and community, everything that makes Halo Halo, just as much as I do. And like me, they also feel a deep responsibility to serve. We aren't making this game for us, we are making it for you. Starting with this update, we're going to be sharing more about what we're doing and, more importantly, why we're doing it. So here are a few things I like to share." So now we're getting into the part where he actually played the game, and he says, "My first week on the job, I played the entire Infinite campaign twice. I was, in a word, stunned in the best possible way by what the team has done. And Infinite is by far the most expansive and vertical Halo world ever. Why did the team do this? Because they understand that wonder and freedom are key to the Halo experience. I could feel the classic Halo 30 seconds of fun beating at the heart of Infinite's world, but I had never felt more powerful, more mobile, more in command of a rich set of tactical choices that was the Halo we imagined back in 2000 finally come to life after 20 years of technical and creative innovation." So he does talk about exploring Zeta Halo and some options he has, and pretty much confirms like half a dozen side missions in Halo Infinite's campaign. But that's another big thing, side missions, which we'll talk about that soon. But he basically talks about this was the Halo they imagined. But if you rewind the clock back almost 21 years ago, you'll see that at 1999, Steve Jobs actually had a presentation of Halo for the first time when Halo was shown to the world, all right, when it's made its first reveal, right? This was massive, and one big part of this was the openness, all right? And you'll notice it's very subtle, but it's a big part of this gameplay demo is the open worldness, you know, going around, completing tasks, missions, and stuff. And we see a little bit of this in Halo 1, maybe a lot of it, like the Silent Cartographer mission, as well as the second mission on the Halo Ring when we first arrived there. So there is a lot of open worldness that's going to be in this game, and that's absolutely massive. And he said that he was stunned in the best possible way. Of course, he's gonna say stuff like this, you know, because he's the lead campaign guy now at 343 Industries, so obviously he's going to say things like this. But do we believe him, right? Do we believe him? I absolutely do believe him. I think that although I am worried about this game on many different fronts, I am excited about what they have done with the campaign, and I just hope that the weapons are, you know, fixed up a little bit. But this is the most expansive, and one thing that was very interesting that he said was vertical, you know, going up and down, all right? So that makes me think of lots of hills, lots of mountains, lots of just verticality to the world, you know, going up and down, perhaps entire vaults, entire systems of corridors, of Forerunner corridors throughout Zeta Halo. And I just found that very interesting, that this world is very vertical, very expansive, and very, very interesting words. We know that exploring will be rewarded, as confirmed by Frank O'Connor many years ago. And Joseph Staten went on to say this, all right? After playing the game, all right, he says, "It encapsulates all the excitement and curiosity and joy I felt on my first journey through Zeta Halo. The most mysterious, dangerous, and possibly rich place in the entire Halo universe. Everywhere I looked, I saw choices. Now, I really love these words: mysterious, dangerous, rich place in the entire Halo universe. Makes me think of a lot of things happening in lore, right? There's a lot to explore in this world. There's a lot of missions to do. There's a lot of non-main story missions to do, terminals and Easter eggs and things that add to the story that are bigger than that, side missions. He says, do I explore off the golden path? And when he said this, it actually made me think about the trail that we saw in the cover arts. We've also seen this in the trailers too, is that there's a dirt trail that will probably make it very easy, very straightforward for players to just get from point A to point B and complete the mission, the main story mission, if they want to, because this is, at the end of the day, a linear game. But just like Halo 1, all right, it's kind of open world-ish. There's options in this linear world. People call it linear open world. I'm not quite sure what the exact word for it is, but I think you get the point, right? There's a lot to your left, there's a lot to your right. And including some of these missions, he says, assault that banished war base guarding the Valley Pass. Follow a flight of Forerunner Sentinels into that unexpected cavern. So this really makes me think about some of the things that we saw in that announcement trailer back in 2018, right? I think it was really showing off some of these ancient human ruins. Even in concept art, we see what looks like similar to Mayan temples, massive structures that humans built. Part of the structures that we see here is actually probably built by ancient humans worshipping the Halo ring. And we even saw some foreshadowing with the Zeta Halo blowing up a little bit there, on that edge. But so much potential here. Rescue a squad of Marines dug in and desperate halfway up that mountain? Or do I keep pulling the mainline story thread that feels epic and intimate at the same time? So what we just read there, Forerunner Sentinels pretty much confirmed, as we saw in the 2018 trailer, but also here, he played the campaign, he saw that there was options, and he probably did all these things, rescue a squad of Marines. That's sort of what we saw in the 2018 trailer, and probably what he's alluding to. I honestly think a lot of that trailer was just showing off side mission stuff, since it was so vague at the end of the day. I think it was just kind of teasing some of the things you'll be able to do, and we saw Sentinels in that trailer as well. And this pretty much all confirms these are missions here, but also they're side missions, right? Because the way he phrases it, or do I keep pulling the mainline story thread? And he also says, truly, Halo Infinite is a world in which I love spending time and that I'm thrilled to return to, both as a designer and a player. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for your patience and your passion. We can't wait for you to join us on the Halo Infinite adventure, first with Insider Flighting later next year, then we ship in fall 2021. So, one thing that really caught my attention, I think it caught everyone's attention in the 2020 reveal, was that it started off with saying demo, right? Press start to play the demo. And we see this magical ring, it looks absolutely beautiful. This world, it looks so beautiful, and is probably looking way much better since the game was delayed. But is there going to be a playable campaign at some point? You gotta remember, they confirmed, no, there won't be, shortly after the 2020 July reveal, but the game was delayed a whole year, right? So maybe the first mission of Halo Infinite might be a playable demo for insider fighters. I think that'd be very interesting, and it's something that I haven't even thought about, like, my God, since the game has been delayed, they have all this extra time. Maybe the campaign is going to be playable along with the multiplayer for insider fighters. So that's something to look forward to. I could totally see it happening. By the way, guys, I've been kind of experimenting for the last couple of months. So if you've been wondering why my content has been all over the place, it's because of that. Also, I've been making some mistakes in videos, I'm all over the place as of late. But the thing is, holidays are over. We're moving into a new year. I'm super excited for Halo Infinite, despite all the fears I have for it. I think there is a lot of hope as well. And certainly the game is going to be really exciting to cover, right? So guys, let me know your thoughts about this video format moving forward. And also, if you want to help support the channel, the best way to do so is watching the content, subscribing, and also checking out Audible. You can get a free audiobook for 30 days, link down in the description. But With that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts about this video and the content and Joseph Staten playing Halo. I'm certainly looking forward to playing the game myself, and maybe we might with the campaign flights, if there are any, maybe this summer. But I'll catch you guys in the next one soon. Peace.